Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to come on here to do a YouTube video on the whole Sudan crisis that's going on currently. It is a major issue, but I have noticed, as per usual, that there is not enough coverage. Now, do you remember earlier this year when the Notre Dame Cathedral in France burnt down? It was all over the news outlets. You couldn't get away from it. Everybody was saying, pray for France. And nobody had been hurt. Nobody had died, anything to that level. But yet, in Sudan, people have actually died, been thrown in a river Nile. People have been arrested and detained. Women are being raped. And yet I'm not seeing the same level of coverage. To be fair, Sky News and BBC News, they have actually reported it. But what I mean by there's not the same level as coverage as in comparison to the Notre Dame Cathedral fire is that, yes, they have covered it, but you're not seeing it. You're not seeing the coverage consistently like you saw with the Notre Dame Cathedral fire. Like, it's not all over the news like that, and that is really worrying to me. The fact that people are dying, women are being raped, children are being raped, even men are being raped, and yet where is the coverage? Where is it? I want someone to tell me, please. Now, I'm going to insert a video into this YouTube video of mine which explains the Sudan crisis in full, so I'm going to insert that after this clip. But I just wanted to basically talk about it because it's really disturbing, as per usual, to see things like this occurring and not enough has been spoken out about it. You know, as per usual, whenever it's black people involved, or, you know, if you're black and Muslim, nobody wants to know. We should know about this before. I mean, what happened with Windrush? Because it was predominantly black Caribbean people who were being deported out of the country. They didn't give a shit. And now it's a black African country that's being affected and they don't want to know.
الشرطة والأمن بتفريقها بالقوة، وكذلك استخدمت الغاز المسيل للدموع بالإضافة إلى الرصاص الحي وفقا لمصادر طبية التي أكدت وقوع عدد من الحالات والإصابات، بعضها خطرة بعضها طلق ناري في الرأس.
Now there is also this blog which is called the Kandika blog. I'm going to link it down below, which basically gives you all the information as well as the video I'm going to include about what's basically happening in Sudan. So it essentially says the 19th of December 2018 protests erupt after fuel and bread price rises announced. 22nd of February 2019 President Bashir dissolves the government. 24th of February, protests continue as security forces respond by firing live bullets. 6th of April, activists begin sit-in at military headquarters, vowing not to move until Mr. Bashir steps down. 11th of April, army generals announced that Mr. Bashir has been toppled, but sit-in continues as people demand civilian rule. 20th of April, talks between the military rulers and civilian representatives begin. 13th of May, shooting outside the military headquarters leaves 6 people dead. 14th of May, military and civilians announce a deal on a 3-year transition period. 16th of May, talks postponed as military demands some barricades are removed. 3rd of June, activists announced the suspension of talks with the military, accusing them of using force to disperse the sit-in. 7th of June, attack on sit-in in Zangili, Darfur. 9th of June, total civilian disobedience for 3 days. 9th of June, Janjaweed attack on Jajir Darfur. 10th of June, Janjaweed attack on Zalinga Darfur. So as you can see, the protests have been going on since basically last year. It's not it's not a new thing. It's been going on since last year. However, it's now becoming more mainstream, as in people are becoming aware of it because of the activists who are in Sudan currently, who are, getting the information out there. However, the internet has been off now for several days in Sudan. Yeah, there is an internet blackout, so they're not able to get the information out there about what's happening. But for what I do know is women and children have been raped. There was a man who was raped because he tried to prevent a girl from being raped, so they raped him. They said around 100 people have been murdered. Some of them have been thrown into the River Nile. Also, people have been, arrested and detained. It's a lot. And people need to be aware. So this same website that I showed you previously is also sharing guidelines of which people can follow, to help prevent another civil war. So they're basically saying stay updated. They're giving a list of Twitter and Instagram accounts to follow. So here are the Twitter and Instagram accounts that you can follow, as well as the official Sudan page, the Sudanese Translator for Change, Sudanese Professionals Association, Sudan Rise. And it's also mentioning how you can donate. So it says people are struggling to access food, basic amenities and emergency healthcare. This GoFundMe has been set up by the diaspora in Manchester, UK to support the people in the most need. Funds will be used to support the victims by purchasing emergency medical supplies and supporting hospitals caring for the injured. Now you also have to realise that some of the hospitals in Sudan have also been closed. All the businesses have also been shut down. No, all the hospitals have been closed in Sudan. All the businesses have been shut down. People are just protesting, and if you're not involved in a protest, they're basically saying for you to stay in your home so that you do not get hurt. Another thing to mention is also how globally not enough attention has been put on what's happening in Sudan. A lot of these other countries that have been working in partnership with Sudan previously are basically not getting involved and not intervening. You have the power to intervene and you're not getting involved. Where's the UK? Where's America? It's all well enough to condemn the actions, but you have the power to actually get involved, and I'm not seeing you do that. Why are you not getting involved? Yeah, sure, it's a black country, but I need you to be doing more than just sitting up on Twitter or whatever and saying, oh, I condemn these actions. Yes, we all condemn the actions, but what can you do when you actually have the power to make change? I'm not seeing you doing that. So I'm going to end this vlog here. I just basically wanted to get the information out there about what's happening in Sudan. I completely condemn what's happening in this situation. I will try and donate to these Sudan relief funds where I can. I'm going to post all the information like I said I would. I'm also going to post this Kandika blog as well, so you can go onto that website and you can read more information about what's happening in Sudan. Also to change your profile pic to blue to show, to, you know, raise awareness for the situation. So I will be changing my YouTube pic to blue temporarily to raise awareness for what's going on in Sudan. So let me know your thoughts down below about this incident.